We need to turn this around somehow. Okay, let's see if we can get it to turn around. How do we flip it? Hey guys, what's this? Oh no. Okay, let's just flip it around. And I'll try to keep an eye on it. Woo! Okay. Oh my word. Okay. Live. Oh, is it not good on there? Nope. Adam, you got this. I trust you. There's Brett. Okay, we're telling our followers we started the live video. Brett, you're live, boo. Show some love. Good. Okay. Woo! Hey, y'all. We have been here for the last half an hour, and we're still just working on a couple of technical difficulties. We're on YouTube Bay. It's just not working, but maybe it's up now. Oh, okay. That's close. Where's Brett? What? 60 minutes. Yeah, I know. Okay. Okay. If you can see Brett, Adam's going to pop his head back in here off and on to make sure that you can see things. It's not allowed. Okay. Good, Adam. Okay, this is going to have to be a quicker class than we anticipated because the time is rolling. All right. Hello, 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 everyone. We're going to start the music over. Woo. All right. Got it. We're here. Happy Trap Yard Yoga. We're at the Trap Yard. Brett and I are 6 feet away from each other. Adam is our one-man mic team. Let's go ahead and get started for class. Thank you so much for being here. I have no concept of time. We're 3 minutes in. Adam, am I in the shot? Yep. All right. We are freaking here. You guys don't understand. We've been like running around like crazy people for the last entire half an hour, but the time has come. We'll get started for class. Hopefully, if you forgot your adult beverage, you've gone to run and get one real quick. If you have like a blanket, I would like suggest we might need a blanket at some part during class, or you can just fold your mat over. So let's get started in a child's pose. Turn up the music a little bit. Thank you guys so much for being here. All right, Adam, how are we looking? We're looking good, boo? All right. All right, so finding a child's pose. I'm not going to find a child's pose because I'm going to keep making sure that everything is going well. And I want to set our intention for class today. Our crazy intention. I need to calm down. I'm joined by a Miller Lite on my mat today, so give me a moment. And the intention that I want you to set is the idea that today during class we're going to open up our hearts. If during the week this week you feel like with everything going on around you that things have been crazy and you just feel like constricted and that you don't know what to do and that you don't know which way is up or which way is down and you feel like you're not helping and you see all these people around you helping and making a great impact, that today we're going to open up our heart and open up our minds of ways that we can provide an impact. And the thought that I want you to stay with today is do for one person what you could do for millions. And why this is so important is although we can't necessarily readily impact 1 million people, we can just impact one person, and that one person can start a ripple effect, affecting others and others and others in a positive manner. And going to get groceries for someone, sending a text, creating a Zoom call for your friends, making a mask for an elderly neighbor, donating to our wonderful cause that we're donating to today to help create protective equipment for the front lines of the medical industry. Do for one at some point this week, maybe after class, do for one what you want to do for millions. Reach your arms out long on your mat. Give your forehead a rock side to side, a rub of acknowledgement of that third eye, your sense of intuition. Reach your arms out long. Come to tent your fingertips like little spider hands. And really open up under those armpits, through the shoulders. Press your palms back down onto the mat. Pressing the middle of your palms, again, to really ignite underneath your armpits and through the back. Good, y'all. All right. Brett, obviously, I'm going to talk more to y'all today, so Brett's going to be your model. I've missed him, so I'm excited to watch him model. All right. Pressing up into a tabletop pose. Our hands are stacked under our shoulders. Our knees are under our hips, pressing the tops of your feet firmly into the earth. Just find this sense of groundedness and rootedness into the earth. And then go ahead and inhale your right arm out wide, just parallel with that shoulder. Big exhale here under your next inhale. Gaze comes up to follow that hand, feeling that twist through your lower spine. Engage the core. Exhale, thread the needle, bringing your right arm under the left shoulder. Inhale, take it up. We'll find a little bit of movement here. So inhale it up, take it down. Inhale it up one more time. And then we're going to stay in that stretch. Right arm is across the body. Your left arm can either extend out in front of you, or if you want to raise it up and then bend at the elbow, reaching your left hand for that right hip. Really opening up through the shoulder. Staying present with your breath. You can even bring your right hand to that left shoulder to kind of help open it even more here. Unless you're getting plenty of stretch where you are. And just stay with what works for you. On your next inhale, plant that left arm down, right arm spirals back up to the sky, gaze follows it, and then plant your hand down at the mat. Moving to the opposite side, left arm comes wide to the shoulder. Inhale it all the way up to the sky, gaze follows the hand, and then threading the needle coming down onto that left cheek. Inhale, take it back up high. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale, take it high. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale, take it high one more time. Exhale, thread it through, coming down onto your left cheek. Again, your right arm is going to either extend long or spiraling up and behind your back, reaching for that left hip. Maybe grab. If you guys were encouraged to do the 10 push-up challenge, these shoulder stretch. I've kept the challenge. I've done them like every day because I was like, why am I so bad at push-ups? All right, plant your right hand. Left arm goes up to the sky, planting it down, coming into a tabletop position. We'll move through a couple of cat-cow variations here. So inhale for stargazing cow, dropping the belly, the gaze comes high. Exhale, terrified cat, round through the spine, push the mat away. Tops of feet are actively into the earth. Inhale, stargazing cow, maybe stargazing supermoon cow. Exhale, terrified cat. Let's go through two more, moving with your breath. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cow. Good. Coming to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes. Hips come high. Coming into your first downward facing dog of class. Pedaling out the feet. Pressing into all 10 pads of your fingers. Pressing into the root knuckle of your index finger and your thumb. With each exhale, your chest is reaching towards your thighs. Heels are reaching towards the earth. Come up on your toes, hips come high. And then trying to keep those hips where they are, hips sink back down low, really spreading through the sit bones, pedaling it out. Good, y'all. All right. We are going to shift forward into our high plank. So coming up on those toes, your chest comes right above your shoulder or above your wrist. Shift back, downward facing dog once again. Pedaling it out. Roll forward into high plank. Then we're going to find a low plank. So coming down on the right forearm, down on the left forearm. Untuck the toes, drop the hips, Sphinx Pose. Pressing firmly the hands into the mat. Draw your elbows back. Your palms like they're reaching for their feet, but you are firmly planted into the mat. Engage through your lower back and spread across the chest like it's a window in between your shoulders. Good, release down. Let's come into one more Sphinx Pose. Press up. Shoulders are drawing back. Press the tops of your feet into the earth. Engage your quadriceps, pulling them off the knees. All right, then tuck the toes. Hips come high, low plank. Press up right palm, press up left palm. Shift back, downward facing dog. Good, good, good. All right, one more time. Let's roll forward into plank. Good. Holding here, engaging through the core, pressing through the backs of the shoulders. Quads are up from those kneecaps, and then come down left forearm, come down right forearm. Drop the hips, untuck the toes. Sphinx Pose. So again, drawing those shoulders back, drawing your elbows back, engaging through the lower spine. Bringing your right palm to center a little bit. We're going to come into a little quadricep stretch. So reaching back for your left leg with your left foot with your left hand, and maybe kicking into that hand to open up through the shoulder, open up again through the quadricep. Good. Slowly release. Go ahead and bring that left palm towards center. Right hand reaches back, either grabbing that foot from the inside or outside, whatever side you did the side before. Ooh, Brett, you're flexy. Those quadriceps are warmed up. Good, big inhale. Exhale, release. Plant your palms, tuck your toes, hips come high, and then shift up and back, downward facing dog. Slowly walk your feet all the way up to the top of your mat, finding a ragdoll pose at the top. Grabbing opposite elbows with opposite hands, swaying back and forth. This belt always really loosens up like 10 minutes into class. Keep finding that ragdoll. Finding your breath. Crown of your head is reaching down towards the earth. Good. Halfway lift, flat back. Crown of your head reaches forward. Expand through the hamstrings. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale your arms up to the sky. High prayer. Gaze follows your hands, firmly planting through all four corners of your feet. Long spine, long body, hands to heart center. Exhale. We're going to move through our Surya Namaskar, picking up the pace a little bit here. Inhale those arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale your right leg back, low lunge. Exhale, left leg to meet it, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward into plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat, flat as a board. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, push up and high, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, step it between your hands. Left leg meets it, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale those arms up to the sky. Exhale, right back down, forward fold. Left leg goes back, low lunge. Right leg meets it, downward facing dog. Roll forward, high plank. Lower all the way down one more time, flat as a board. Inhale either for baby cobra, or if you want to push up into upward facing dog, go for it. Tuck the toes, hips go high, down dog. Left leg high, step it between your hands. Right leg meets it, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. This song was supposed to start at the beginning of Surya. That was my goal. We were a little ahead of it. All right, inhale those arms back up. Round two, exhale, forward fold. Right leg, low lunge. Left leg meets it, down dog. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. This time, if you want to roll through your chaturanga, lower halfway down, elbows stay in. Inhale for upward facing dog. Tuck your toes, hips go high, downward facing dog. Right leg high, step it through. Left leg to meet it, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, right back down, swan dive, forward fold. Left leg back. Right leg meets it, down dog. Roll forward, high plank. We are building this heat. Lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg high to the sky. Step it between your hands. Right leg meets it, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up high. Last round, y'all. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg steps back. Left leg meets it in a high plank. Lower through your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Pausing here in your down dog. If you're like me, catching your breath for a moment. Come up on your toes. Gaze comes forward. Bend your knees. Step, hop, or jump your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Arms reach up high. Exhale, right back down. Last side here. Left leg goes back. Right leg meets it. High plank. Lower through your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Pedaling it out here. Come up on your toes. Bend your knees. Gaze comes forward. Step, hop, or jump your way to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Arms up to the sky. Sink those hips down low. Chair pose. Woo! Woo! Brett, I don't think anyone heard you. Y'all, we have to do it all over for Brett. Brett, stand up. Come on. Inhale your arms up high. You got it. Sink your hips down low. Chair pose. Woo! Oh, Brett, that was cool. Find that booty bounce to that salsa music. Sink 2 inches lower. Expand through your side body. Arms reach long. Pinkies dial towards one another. Exhale, forward fold. Walk it out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and either step or jump back. Roll through your chaturanga. Inhale for up dog. Exhale, down dog. Finding a child's pose. All right. Woo. Finding a drink if you need. You know that's my favorite part of hosting Tribe Yard classes is those Brett just asked if Bae was watching, and she is. What's up, Bae? So the reason I have Brett here is so that I don't have to do as much work, and I'm still doing all the work. So I'm going to tone it down, focus on Brett. It's hard to talk and work out at the same time. All right, so tucking your toes, finding a downward facing dog. When you're ready, we're going to pick up our flow. Inhale your right leg high. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Good, your right heel is reaching towards your left glute. Good, opening up maybe a couple of hip circles one way, a couple of hip circles in the opposite direction. Inhale that leg back up high. Stepping it between your hands, rising up, warrior one. So warrior one, that back heel is going to spiral down to about a 45-degree angle. Deep bend in that front knee. Inhale your arms up overhead. Your hips are trying to square off to the front of the mat. So right hip is pulling back, left hip is pulling forward. Knit up your core, arms are reaching long. Straighten through the front leg, clasp your hands behind your back. Open up across the heart. Again, that is our goal today, is open up that heart chakra. And then forward fold, devotional warrior. So right shoulder to the inside of your right knee. Arms are releasing up and over your head. Inhale, rise back up, warrior one. Staying here just for a big breath in to find your power. Exhale those hands down to the mat. Right leg steps back. Roll through your vinyasa or skip it like me and find a little dance party. All right, moving on to the opposite side. Left leg goes high, three-legged dog. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Good. Left heel is reaching towards your right glute, really finding that expansion and external rotation through that left hip. Find a couple of hip circles one way, a couple of hip circles the opposite direction, and then bringing your knee into your nose, stepping it through, rising up, warrior one. So warrior one, left foot forward. Again, that back leg is at a 45 angle. Those toes are 45 degrees facing forward. Left toes are completely facing forward. Inhale those arms up to the sky, finding that deep bend. Left hip is pulling back. Right hip is spiraling forward. Engage through the core. Hands come behind your sacrum, pressing your palms towards one another to again open up that heart, extend through the front leg, and then bending into devotional warrior. Left shoulder to the inside of the left knee. Make sure that you're not collapsing onto that leg, that your core and your legs are fully engaged. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, plant those hands, left leg steps back. Roll through your vinyasa. Again, always finding the ability to just skip those vinyasas, meeting in down dog, finding a drink of water. All right. Right leg goes high, three-legged dog. We're going to add on here. So right knee to your nose, squeeze it in, and then step it through, rising up, warrior one. Finding a devotional warrior, moving a little quicker, hands behind the sacrum, bending into that front knee, arms extend up and over your head, rising back up, warrior one. And then finding triangle pose, so expand and then tick-tock forward and down. Your feet formation aren't truly that different. You might need to heel toe that front foot in a little bit. Pull your belly button back through your spine. Sparking energy through both fingertips, pressing the back of your right hand into your shin. And then right arm extends forward. Engaging through that right side body. Rising up, flying warrior, all 10 toes to the left side of your mat, and then sink down into warrior two to the front of your mat. This right knee is externally rotating, really sinking down into the front leg. Engaging through the core. Flip your front palm, have it take you up and back for reverse warrior, and then windmill your hands down to the earth. Roll through your vinyasa. Good, Brett. I'm just going to watch Brett do vinyasas. Adam, I hope you're not jealous. All right, finding down dog, pedaling it out. Inhale that left leg high. Curl the spine, knee to nose, and then stepping it between your hands, rising up, warrior one. Finding that devotional warrior, clasping your hands, expanding through the heart, and then laying everything down on your mat. Rising up, warrior one, once again. Flying warrior, all 10 toes to the right side of your mat, and then warrior two, or triangle pose. Tick-tocking forward and down, pulling back on this left hip. Your right hip is spiraling forward, pulling your belly button through your spine. Finding that expansion across your heart, and then lifting up through that left arm, off of the leg, reach long, rising up, flying warrior, warrior two, to the front, finding that deep bend in the front knee, strong gaze over your front middle finger, warrior status here. Peaceful warrior takes you up and back, windmill your hands down to the earth, step your left foot back, roll through your vinyasa. Woo! Good work, yogis. Pedal it out here. Finding a little bit of rest and downward facing dog. We're going through our third and longest round yet. We ready for it? Yeah. Yeah, Brett. All right, inhale that right leg high. Right knee to right elbow, crunch it in. Inhale, take it up. Right knee to left elbow, curl the spine, hold it there. Inhale, take it up high. Exhale, step it between your hands, rising up, warrior one. Energy is rising through those fingertips as your lower body is sinking deeper. Devotional warrior, span through the front leg, and then fold over. Rising back up, warrior one. Triangle pose, tick-tock forward, and down. Again, with this triangle pose, I want this side body to not be crunching. I want to find the leg. So if you need to wrong, do so. Engage the core even more. Rise up, flying warrior. Warrior 2 to the back of the mat. Staying here. Gaze over that middle finger, maybe finding a different perspective to the back of your mat. All right, and then Kali Goddess Pose. Our left arm is wrapping under our right. Heels come in, toes come out. Rocking back and forth, sinking low. Engaging your glutes. Good. Big breath in through the nose. We're going to open mouth. Let it all go. Lion's breath. One more time. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth. All right, warrior 2 to the front. Keep that bend in that front knee. Gaze comes over that front arm or over your middle finger. And then extended side angle. Today, extended side angle. If you can try it, if you've never tried it before, I want that front hand down to the earth. Elbow and tricep, keeping that front knee open. Left arm extends straight over your head. So again, this nice line of energy through your arms across your chest. And maybe this further engagement through that front leg, through your glute. One more big inhale here. All right, then we're gonna plant both hands, coming into a three-legged dog. Right leg goes high, back of the mat. Right knee to left elbow. Hold it here. Then shooting your right leg off to the side of your mat, fallen triangle. Left arm reaches up high again. You wanna try to raise that right leg up to the sky or just a few inches off the ground. Go for it here. All right, planting your left hand, right leg goes high. Bend the knee, stack the hips. Let's go for a wild thing, flipping it over. Brett, sorry, you're not working with a lot of space up there. Hips reach 2 inches higher. The whole front body feels expansion. Right arm comes down. If you want to keep your right leg lifted, rolling through your vinyasa. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Recentering yourself. What doesn't break you makes you stronger. Left leg goes high. Left knee to left elbow. Squeeze it in. Right leg high. Or left leg high, sorry. Left knee to left right elbow. Woo! Cross body. Inhale, taking it high. Stepping it between your hands, rising up. Warrior 1. Woo! All right. It's hot out here. Devotional warriors. Spreading through the front leg. Folding over. A lot of ambulances that come by Trop Yard, apparently. Inhale those arms back up high. Triangle pose. TikTok forward and down. Engaging the core, belly button pulling through the back of your spine. The more you press into your shin with the back of that left hand, the more you're able to spiral your rib cage up towards the sky. Looking for a back bend in our upper body here. All right, flying warrior to the side of your back. Warrior 2 to the back of your back. Good. Kali Goddess Pose, right arm under left. Heels come in, toes go out. Good. We'll just stare into each other's eyes here. All right, rocking forward and back, sinking those hips down low. Nice little booty bounce for the camera or whoever you're doing yoga with. All right, warrior 2 to the front of the mat. Deep bend in your left knee. Extended side angle. Left arm comes down to the earth. Pressing your elbow and your tricep into that knee to open up your leg. Right arm reaches up over your head. Engaging through the glutes. Good. Right arm comes down. Left leg shoots up and back. Three-legged dog. Left knee to right elbow. Hold it there. And then leg comes out to the side of the mat. Right arm reaches high. Fallen triangle. Maybe that left leg lifts up. For 2, 1. Left leg high. Left. Oh, bend the knee, stack the hips. And then wild thing. Flipping your dog. Hips come high. But left arm reaches behind you. One more breath in. Hand replants on the mat. Left leg high, maybe keep it lifted as you roll through your vinyasa. Woo! Finding down dog. Finding child's pose. Knees come wide. Forehead comes down to the mat. Arms reach long. If you want to bend at the elbows and reach your hands back towards your shoulders, walking your elbows forward to find a little tricep stretch. Anything to let you relax and reset. I like to take this moment for a group social. For the tribe that's joining us on the mats today, grab your water or your beer or your bottle of wine. Cheers to y'all. Love you guys. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Maybe another deep breath in and then flutter your lips as you breathe out. One more like that. Deep breath in. Flutter your lips. Let something go. Something that's causing blockage in your heart, that's keeping you from giving and experiencing and loving to your fullest extent. Let that go and open up through it. All right. Tucking your toes, downward facing dog. Walking your feet to the top of the mat. Halfway lift here, flat spine. And then forward fold, grabbing your big toes with your peace sign fingers. Flat spine here. Halfway lift, crown of the head reaching forward. And then bending at the elbows as your chest reaches towards your shins. The crown of your head reaches towards the earth. If you need to bend into your knees to make this accessible, please do so. Finding that lovely stretch all the way up through your Achilles tendons, all the way up your calves. Feeling that transfer of energy all the way up your hamstrings, over your hips, down your spine, through your upper back, down your neck, down through the crown of your head. Inhale and exhale. Let it go for one more second here. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Diver's pose, coming up on our toes, pulling up through the insides of the legs. Arms are reaching back. Our chest is reaching forward. Coming up, up, up on those tippy toes. One more inhale in. Exhale, sink your hips down low. Chair pose. Woo! Thanks, Adam. You're such a good hype girl. All right, hands to heart center. Elongate through the chest, through the crown of the head. Coming into a twisted chair pose. So left elbow to the outside of the right knee. And then trying to bring your chest in line with those palms. Gaze comes up to your right elbow. Holding your hips down low. And then we're going to come into a little perch pose. So our left heel is going to come up towards our left booty cheek. And then releasing the leg at the back of the mat for a twisted high crescent lunge here. Again, our crown of our head is reaching forward, the length to let us twist deeper. Inhale those arms up to the sky. High crescent lunge, both arms up. Good. All right, and then plant those hands down to the earth. Low crescent lunge. Sinking, so untuck the back, or let the back knee come to the mat. Untuck those back toes. Arms reach up to the sky. Lengthening through the side body. Fingertips are long. And then releasing back like you're releasing over a beach ball. The side bodies are staying long and expanded. Good. And then hands come down to the mat. Bringing your hands actually back up to your knee here. We're going to come into that another quad stretch. So bend at the left knee, reach around, and grab the outside of the ankle. So the outside to keep that shoulder open. And then if it's accessible to here, you can always just stay here, sinking into those hips. Otherwise, reach around with your right leg, grabbing your ankle with both hands. And then bringing those hands down to your ankles, so flexing your toes. And then we want to reach back. Oop, I came out of it. So the goal is for those toes to come down to the earth. Yeah, the chop yard gravel isn't the best for this, nor is this is what the blanket is used for. I could have mentioned that part. So finding that stretch, if you just want to stay here, don't look at the video, look at yourselves. This isn't going well in person. So good. All right, and then slowly release, coming back into that low crescent lunge. Planting your hands, stepping your left foot to meet the right at the top of your mat. Go ahead and shake those legs. Let it all go. Walking your feet onto your hands. Toes come and meet the wrist. Again, bending into your knees as much as possible to make this accessible. Maybe everyone just bend into your knees, bringing your knees to your chest. And then straighten through the sits bones, finding that great expansion through the glutes. Crown of the head is reaching long. Adam, can everyone hear me on Instagram? If y'all are having any difficulty hearing me or the music's too loud, just shoot us a message on Insta or the YouTubes, and Adam will check it or move accordingly. That was kind of a loud song. Go ahead and release that bind. All right, arms reach up to the sky. Gaze follows your hands. Hands come to heart center. Deep breath in. Arms release down to your sides, moving into a diver's pose once again. Arms are reaching back, pulling up through your inner thighs. Your chest is reaching forward. Crown of the head is staying up, pressing into the hands like they're on two stacks of books. And then sinking down low for chair pose. Woo! Woo! Sinking those hips down. Arms reach high. Pinkies are spiraled towards one another. Sink 2 inches lower. Hands come to heart center. Twisting to the left. Right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Singing those hips down. If your right knee shifted forward, go ahead and pull it back in line with the left. Gaze is up towards the left elbow. And then finding a perch pose, shifting your weight onto the left foot. Right heel comes to your right glute. And then shooting that leg to the back of the mat for a twisted high lunge. Trying to bring my hands in line with my sternum. My gaze is high, powering into the ball mound of the back foot, keeping that back leg strong. Rising up, high crescent warrior. High crescent warrior, that is correct. Good, Adam. All right, and then sinking down, down, down. Right knee comes to the mat, untucking your back toes. Hand comes to the front knee. Shifting your weight forward. So again, this is the point if you want to tuck over part of your mat, maybe bring a blanket under that right knee. Shift forward. Right arm comes back, grabbing the right foot. And then expanding through the chest. And shifting forward, your heart is expanding, kicking into both hands as you expand across the chest. Opening your heart to new things, to new amounts of love and appreciation and generosity that can reverberate from you. And then reaching those toes down towards the mat, stay with it. Finding that stretch. Then slowly releasing. Crescent lunge brings you up. Hands come down. Shift your left leg back now. Roll through a vinyasa or meet us in downward facing dog. I have so many ants on my mat right now. We have a whole new tribe of ants joining our group. Finding child's pose once more. Good. Again, rubbing your head back and forth. Finding a little peacefulness here. All right. Finding a downward facing dog. When you're ready, we're going to move back into and take to another level here, that same kind of pattern that we went through at the beginning of class. So shift forward into your high plank. Drop down right forearm, drop down left forearm. Stay here in a strong plank. And then drop your knees down, coming into a scorpion pose. Pulling your elbows back towards your ankles, expanding across the heart. And then tucking the toes, lifting your hips up. And then tiptoeing your feet up, 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 moving into a dolphin pose. So your feet are walking towards your forearms that are planted firmly on the ground. Pausing here, engaging through the shoulders, pressing firmly into all 10 fingers. Lift your right leg up, high to the sky. Expand through your hamstring. Pressing equally into both forearms, keep your hips square. Right leg comes back down. Left leg goes up high. Holding here, hips stay square. Pressing into that left forearm equally into your right. Leg comes back down, walking those feet back out. Pressing up, left hand, pressing up, right hand, shifting back, downward facing dog. We're gonna move through that one more time, adding in a few kicks. If you have scorpion, or if you're working on scorpion, this will be a progression for you to get there. So feel free to take it to your edge today. Finding our downward facing dog. Rolling forward into our high plank. Coming down left forearm, coming down right forearm. Walking your feet forward, 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 tiptoeing up. Now our gaze is gonna come up by our fingers. Right leg comes high. So you're gonna find just a couple of kicks here. Kicking that leg up to the sky, trying to find a little hang time. Maybe 4 kicks and coming back down. Left leg comes high, same thing, opposite side. If you want to find scorpion pose, do so, keeping that gaze up at your thumbs. And then letting your knees come down, finding child's pose. Reaching your arms out long, that's a lot of shoulder work right there. Good work. If anyone got into scorpion, I hope you're filming yourself taking this class. And send it in. Maybe we should have a contest. Pausing here. All right, coming up to all fours, walking your legs through your hands. Coming into a boat pose. For our boat pose, our knees are gonna come wide. Feet are gonna come together. Chest stays high. We're gonna have our little glove guns here. So index fingers extend out forward. Finding that sweet spot on your sacrum to where your core is super engaged. Inhale, reach those legs down low, extend. Inhale, come up, knees come wide. Exhale, extend long. Inhale, knees come wide. Exhale, reach long. Inhale, knees come wide. Let's go 2 more. Inhale, reach long, squeeze through that core. Exhale, come high. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, come high. Squeeze into your chest, rock and roll. The length of your spine. If you thought that was all, that is not all. All right. Bringing your legs up to the sky like you're pressing your footprints on the ceiling. Arms reach up high. I want them to be parallel, so don't reach towards your feet. Reach straight up high. Lift those hips off the ground. Lift your upper back off the ground. So 3, 2, 1. Right leg reaches long. Reach up towards that left leg. Keep that core engaged. Belly button pulling through your spine. Inhale, right leg high. Left leg releases. Keep reaching up. And then switch, 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 switch. For 3, 4. We're going to 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right leg stays high. Get your pointer fingers, your love guns again. Bring it to the outside of your right leg. And come up and up. Oh, Brett's getting attacked by bugs. For 3, 2, 1. Switch. Hands come to the outside of your left leg. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both legs come up. Reach up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock and roll the length of your spine or wherever feels good for you. And then coming to lying on your back. We're going to move into a bridge pose here. So plant those heels, bringing your heels right in close to your glutes. Hands come placed alongside your body, pressing into your heels, keeping those knees nice and parallel. Inhale your hips up to the sky. Pressing all 10 fingers into the mat. Lift those hips 2 inches higher, pressing through the insides of those ankles. So the knees stay parallel. One more inhale. Exhale, come down. Feet come to the edges of the mat. Knees knock in towards one another. And go ahead and really press your knees together while you're pressing your lower spine into the mat. Releasing that lower back, widening across the sacrum. Bringing your knees back in through center. We're going to find a wheel pose. So grasshopper those arms, your palms. Come down on the mat with your fingertips facing your shoulders. The bugs are coming out to play. Pressing into your feet as you press into your hands, rising up through wheel. If you can walk your heels a little bit closer towards you. Your chest is reaching towards the front of your mat. Your shins are reaching towards the back of your mat, pressing firmly through the heels. Your breath is the main event here. Stay focused on your breath. Big inhale for 2 more breaths. Inhale, exhale. 1 more inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows. Tuck the chin. Come down. Let's bring those feet out wide once again. And then windshield wiper your legs side to side. I'm excited to hear y'all's feedback on this playlist. Just to let everyone know, we are trying out, oh God, what's it called? Soundstripe, which is royalty-free music so that we can have this posted on YouTube forever and not get in trouble. So they aren't your top hits anymore, but I think they're pretty legit. Give me your feedback though. All right, let's find happy baby. Extending your legs up, grabbing your feet from the outsides, bringing your knees down towards your armpits. Keeping your spine reaching long on your mat, so your lower spine is trying to make that connection on the mat. We aren't rolled up like a ball. Our spine is long. Extend through that right leg for a ninja baby. Extend through the left leg. Maybe find a little rotation back and forth here. I wish y'all could see what we're seeing. We're just lying directly under the big, beautiful tree at Chop Yard. And it's glowing, and there are butterflies frolicking in it. Soon enough, y'all. Soon enough. We will be out here again all together. All right. Let's release our left leg long, bringing our right knee into our chest. And then bringing our right knee to the left side of our body for a supine spinal twist. I realized I just said that the butterfly was frolicking. Is that the active mood for the butterfly? Probably not. Fluttering. I know they flutter, but I feel like flutter is more just like their activity, not what they do out of joy with their friends. All right, switching out your legs. Left knee into the left armpit. Squeezing it in. And then bringing it across to the right side of the mat. Maybe your left elbow is cactus out to the left side and your gaze is to the left. unless you have butterflies that you're watching, and then your gaze can just stay straight up ahead. Okay, bringing your knees back into center, and then extending them straight above your head. We're going to find either a waterfall pose here. So legs can either just stay straight up, or if you want to come into a shoulder stand, go ahead and bring your hands to your lower back, rocking those elbows in, toes pointed up to the sky. Just letting your breath calm here, coming back to your mat. If your mind has wandered, bring it back to where you are now. And then if you want to come to plow pose, dropping your toes off behind you. I hope someone is doing plow pose for the first time today. And I feel like everybody always has like a revelation when they do it. Like, I can't do that. My body can't bend that way. But oh, it can. And then finding Death Man's pose, bringing your knees to the outsides of your ears, squeezing in. Again, the first time that somebody comes into this pose, they're like, what? They're doing it. Someone's doing it for the first time. All right, release, coming back out the same way we came in. Legs release up high. Walking out vertebrae by vertebrae. Good, y'all. All right. Let's come back into just one more forward fold before we extend long on our mat. So sitting up, go ahead and moving your sits bones to meet firmly with the earth. So moving out any extra blessings out of the way. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold over. Reaching with a long spine. With each inhale, our spine grows longer. With each exhale, we fold deeper. Staying connected with your body, folding into yourself. Finding your authenticity, your truth, so that you can share it with others. One more inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale your arms up to the sky, and then release down to the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae, into a final resting pose of Shavasana. So palms are facing up, toes can splay out to the side. If you want to stay connected to your heart, I love the option of bringing your right hand to your heart, your left hand to your belly. And just being with your heart and your breath as it rises and falls. Knowing that you have this innate good, this innate power, this innate capability to love inside of you. And you'll see that every broken dream fit together flawlessly, pave the road to better things, letting go of the moments that could only keep us down. I can see it now. Can you see it now? We're on the edge of the moment, been out of our depth, now we're diving in. The light up ahead, we're running to it. We're on the edge, now we're diving in. Go ahead and bring some movement into your toes, some movement into your fingertips, some movement into your head and neck. Bend at the knees, planting your feet into the mat, and then rolling over to your favorite side. Maybe cradling your head and your elbow crease, just finding a little bit of extra comfort and love here. Then pushing up into a comfortable seated position when you're ready. At the front of your mat, hands come to heart center. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight for Chop Yard Yoga, live at the Chop Yard. The light in me sees, honors, and reflects. The light in each and every one of you. I can feel your energy. I can feel your love from here. So thank you so, so much for being here. We bow together as we say namaste. Awesome, yogis. Thank you so much. What a whirlwind these classes are. High five, Brett. Great job. Thank you for being a model 6 feet away. I hope you guys love seeing Brett again. I hope this scene brings you back, brings your heart back. Please remember that the proceeds from tonight's class, it's donation-based. You can donate via Venmo, PayPal, or a ticket on Eventbrite. And we're splitting those proceeds with One Louisiana Now, which is an incredible program. We posted about it on Facebook. We posted about it on Insta. Just take a look if you want more information. I was just blown away. I was just so excited. They were creating protective equipment for the frontline healthcare workers who are working during this time. All of their equipment has been evaluated and approved, and they're like a volunteer-led organization, and they've donated tens of thousands of units across New Orleans to our healthcare workers. And they have 100,000 more units in production. So they're doing incredible work. Please support them. Thank you for supporting us. I'm going to be hosting Sunrise Yoga tomorrow morning at 6:30. We're doing like surprise locations around the city to watch the sunrise. So join us for that. YouTube, Instagram, and then also Saturday, pool party yoga with Becca and Evan. And then Tuesdays, we are doing at-home Rise and Vibe yoga at 7 a.m. So we have 4 classes a week. Join us for all of them. We miss y'all so dearly, but this means so much to us for y'all to be connecting virtually with us. So love y'all. Thank you. Good job, Adam. Bye, friends. I got it, boo. I got it.